Being absolutely delusional is one of the best ways to manifest. If you've already watched my video on how I managed to not get evicted, well, I was pretty much delusional, especially the last few weeks. It took about less than 2 months, but the last few weeks I was absolutely delulu. I started unpacking my stuff. If somebody asked about it, I would be like, oh, yeah, no, I'm not getting evicted. I'm getting to stay. And in my head, I 100 wholeheartedly believed I was staying. You could not tell me I was getting evicted because I would not believe you. I affirmed it so much in my head until I had made that new assumption in my subconscious. I 100% believed I was not getting evicted. And then it was like a week or two later, she ended up emailing me telling me I could stay. So if you are trying to manifest something, I do like affirming, but I don't always have to do it as much anymore. But at that time, when I first started manifesting not getting evicted, I was affirming pretty much all day, because I would always feel I was not in a good mood. I was like, oh my God, I'm getting evicted. So I would just, I got the Parrot app. I would, tell it my affirmations, put my headphones in, and listen to that on a loop. I would even fall asleep with it, looping over and over with my headphones in. So, yeah, no, if that's what you gotta do, then that's what you gotta do. But I only had to do that for a few weeks, and then I started getting in that God state, and I didn't have to affirm so much anymore. I would affirm here and there, but I did keep affirming and persisting until it came into my reality. So affirm as much as you can. If that's what you want to do, you can visualize. I also would visualize getting an email saying I could stay, here's your lease. I would affirm I'm not getting evicted, everything always works out for me, I'm the god of my reality. I don't have to accept anything in the 3D I don't like. Just, I would say whatever made me feel better in that moment. And I would keep it on a loop so that way no negative thoughts could really get in to my subconscious mind, because I didn't want any negative thoughts slipping in. This was not something I could just stop doing. I had to keep persisting until it came into my reality, because this was, me either getting to stay or getting kicked out. So I was going to keep persisting until it came in. I had no other choice. I was not about to leave this place. So yeah, no, all I could tell you is be Delulu, know that it's yours, affirm, visualize, script, whatever you need to do. Do it as much as you have to, whatever keeps you in that knowing that it is yours. Just do what you have to do, but do not give up. Don't do it for a day and be like, oh, it's not working. No, it took me like a month and a half, less than 2 months, I do know. But for the first month for sure, all I did was pretty much listen to my affirmations on that Para app on a loop. I, I did it a lot, hours a day. But it made me feel better, and it worked. It ended up working. So whatever works for you, do it. But keep doing it until it comes in. Don't expect it to happen, right then and there. You have to reprogram your subconscious mind, your beliefs. So if it doesn't show up, even in the first week, first 2 weeks, don't give up. Because in my situation, I couldn't give up. If I didn't see it the first few weeks, it was like, oh well, I'm going to keep doing it until I do. Because I don't have another choice. I am going to keep persisting and affirming until it shows up in my reality. And it did. And believe me, I was freaking out at times, but you know what? I still kept persisting because the circumstances don't matter, like I've already said. Just affirm, script, visualize, whatever. Mine was affirming pretty much, and then I would do a little bit of that visualization about the email. But it was not a lot of work. Even if I was at work, I would. I'm a delivery driver, so I drive a lot, and I would be listening to that in the car while I'm driving to and from deliveries. I would have that affirmations on the radio on a loop. Anywhere and everywhere I could. I was doing, like, I'd rather hear it than say it in my head. It just keeps me on track better. But you can just say it in your head too. But I would pretty much have my headphones in on that Para app with those affirmations on a loop. Whatever's easiest for you. You don't have to say them out loud. You can say them in your head. Listen to them on some kind of voice recording. That just is what I liked best, was the voice recording on the Parrot app. So I promise, just keep persisting and it'll eventually show up. but you can't keep wavering all the time. I did eventually stop wavering, and stop having those thoughts. So, be Delulu. Just be absolutely freaking bat crap delusional. I promise it works. I have the email proof of her being like, yeah, you can stay, after she was literally on my ass about you have to leave. So it flipped a switch like that. It took like 2 months, but no. One day she was just like a different person and was like, you could stay. So I promise you it works. Just keep persisting. And if you're trying to like manifest a job, you go to the interview and they tell you, oh, you're not qualified for this job. Don't let those circumstances bother you. Just say in your head, don't give up. Like, don't give up, but say in your head, oh no, he said I was perfect. I got the job. I can't wait to start. He said I was a great candidate. He says I was the best candidate. You know, that they hired me on the spot. Choose 1 to 3 affirmations to tell yourself on a loop. And you might not believe it at first. You might feel like shit when you're saying those affirmations. It doesn't really matter how you feel, because believe me, when I was saying those, when I first started that first month, I felt like crap. I was like, when are the police going to kick me out? You know, when am I going to have to go to court? Like, all the circumstances was there. She threatened the cops coming to my door. She threatened taking me to court. But I kept persisting. I kept saying my affirmations. And so if you're manifesting an SP and he's like, I don't love you anymore, I don't want to be with you, you're going to affirm in your head, oh, he loves me so much. He's going to propose to me. He is madly in love with me. Oh, I can't wait to marry this man, this woman, whoever. 1 to 3 affirmations, that's all you need. And repeat them. I don't care how long it takes. If it is something you really want, you will keep persisting until it comes into your reality. You will not give up. And you won't always have to affirm as much as when you first start. When I first started, I was affirming a lot. And then, as my subconscious mind started to reprogram itself, I didn't have to say them as much. But I still said them. I would still affirm every day until it came into my reality. So pretty much keep affirming. Like, don't just one day, oh, I feel great, I don't need to affirm anymore. Okay, that might work, but it might not. It really depends on you. But me as a person, I keep affirming until it actually comes into my reality. I visualize too. So I keep doing what I need to do until it actually shows up. But that's just me. You might be different. But yeah, no, I promise you it's easy. Be Delulu. Be absolutely Delulu in your head. Get your shit. Get what you want. Don't give up. Persist. I promise you, if you keep persisting, because I was that person at first when I first started manifesting, I would do it for like a few days or a week, and I'd be like, where is it? Why isn't it here yet? But then that eviction thing happened, and I was like, oh, it's not here yet, but I can't give up. I'm not going to give up. And I kept going and kept going. And that what has really put me in line to know that it might take a little bit longer than you want, but that's okay, because if you keep persisting, it will eventually come. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I would love to help in any way possible.